Okay, thank you, everybody. You are welcome to our first webinar series. Yes, it's going to be a series of events, and this is the first one. This is the first one. We are excited to be here. Excited to be here. You are welcome. We are welcome. So this series is basically going to help students, professionals to become more eloquent and confident communicators and provide a platform to showcase and harness their skills. We have a lot of plans for this event. We have plans for how this event is going to go. We are going to have different discussions. We are going to have at a point a chance. We are going to give room for people to practice their speaking skills to come and deliver speeches. So it's going to be an interesting journey. Thank you for joining us today. We really appreciate all those that are here. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. So without further ado, it's Zenob here. Unfortunately, I think the network has kicked her out. Okay, she's back online. Okay, I think it was the network. You are welcome back. So my name is
I can't hear you, Elizabeth. Are you here?
Yes, I am. You went off for a second. Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Okay. So I was welcoming our participants. Thank you for joining us. My name is Elizabeth Abraham, and with me in the building that will be my co-host is, please introduce yourself to our audience.
Okay, my name is Akorede Zainab, and I'm a passionate communication enthusiast. So we are so excited to be here this afternoon. And as my partner has rightly said, this is going to be a series that will enlighten you on speaking and communication. So you want to sit right back and enjoy the ride with us. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining. Elizabeth, the mic is yours.
Okay, thank you. So as we've seen in the details on our screen, it is going to be on the topic we are going to be discussing today is mastering the basics of public speaking and communication. Mastering the basics of public speaking and communication. So I'm going to move to our first question, and Zainab is going to be explaining that to us. So what exactly is public speaking? We hear public speaking. What exactly is public speaking all about? The floor is yours, Zainab. Hello? I think the network has kicked her out. So when she comes back, she's going to be telling us what exactly is public speaking, because in this day and time, public speaking is something that is the word that people kind of throw around, and so many people probably erroneously have a kind of belief about public speaking. So we want to use this moment to clarify, to let us know what exactly is public speaking. There's a saying that if the purpose of a thing is not known, then the abuse is inevitable. But we believe that if you know the purpose of a thing, if you know what something is about, definitely you are going to, know what you are going to use it for. So what exactly is public speaking? What do we mean by public speaking? Is public speaking only about the stage? Okay, I think Zainab is here with us again. Let's add her to the stage. Okay.
I'm so sorry. I had network issues. I had to log out and log in again. I'm so sorry.
Okay. So the purpose of a thing is not known. Okay, you are back. You are back online. So the floor is yours. I've asked a question. What exactly is public speaking? So the floor is yours, Zainab.
All right, thank you so much. Public speaking, speaking in public, is not just about opening your mouth to say something or to answer a question. It's about expressing an idea, an opinion, or a point of view in such a way that your audience, whether two, three, four, five, no matter the number, understands perfectly what you're talking about and they're able to follow through with it and buy into the idea that you're trying to sell. So that is to say that you have been able to communicate, you have been able to express yourself in such a way that your listener can process on what you have communicated about. So public speaking is something that encompasses you communicating in a confident and expressive way. So Elizabeth, I think I've been able to answer that question, right?
Yes, you have. So, in summary, when we are talking about public speaking, not necessarily this big stage, it's just about you speaking up in meetings, pitching your business. It's just your ability to express, to connect, and influence. So that is amazing. Thanks for that clarifying definition. So, our audience, what situations do you find yourself needing to speak up? Like, want to ask you, okay, what situation is it in business? When we are talking about, where do you think you need public speaking skill the most? Are you a business person? Are you a student? Are you an educator? Are you a brand owner? Where do you think you need public speaking skill the most? So we want you to drop it in the comment section as we move on. Drop it in the comment section as we move on. Okay. All right. Over to you, Zainab.
All right, thank you. So we want this to be as interactive as possible. We know that if you're in the audience, you're watching us, you're listening to us, you have had an experience with public speaking. So kindly drop instances where you have had to use public speaking. Okay, so Elizabeth, as a public speaker yourself, why is public speaking so important in our daily lives?
Okay, public speaking is very important. We cannot, in fact, in this century, one of the important skills that anybody would have in this century is public speaking. It's important because opportunities multiply when you speak. Whether you are going for an interview, you have to sell yourself to your interviewer. You ask your question, why should we hire you? That is you using your public speaking skill to sell yourself. Maybe you are a business owner and you want to pitch your ideas to investors. Your public speaking skills is what will make you shine, nothing more. It's your public speaking skill that will make you shine because confident speakers stand out. You may have a good idea, you may have good thing in your mind, but if you cannot say it out, if you cannot express your opinion, that your idea is just going to die in your brain. Also, public speaking boosts self-esteem because the more you speak, the more your self-image improves. Because people, you cannot say, I'm intelligent in this, I'm intelligent in this area. People cannot come into your brain to test that intelligence in your brain. It is when you speak out intelligently on that subject matter as an authority in that niche that people will say, truly, you are actually intelligent. So it then boosts your self-esteem. It also helps you to become better thinker because a good public speaker, a good communicator is one that can think, that can ruminate on ideas, that can ruminate on opinions, that can ruminate on a discussion, because if you can think it, if you can ruminate, or if you can come up with cogent points on a particular topic, then you can say it and communicate it. And the last point I'm going to make is that it allows you to advocate for yourself, because whether you are a business owner or you are a community, your voice is your power, because you have to, like we said, you have to sell yourself. You have to advocate for yourself. You have to let people know what you can offer. You have to let people know. So public speaking is really, really important. It's really, really important. So, and even sharing a live experience, I once worked with a client who, she works with the Bayelsa state government. So, and then when she signed up for my one-on personalized session, she was able to share with me that what prompted her to want to improve her public speaking was an event, the burial of her father. Being the first child, she was asked to come and say vote of thanks. And in that burial, there were dignitaries. There were the governor and so many dignitaries, but she couldn't do it. In fact, she had to pass that duty to a younger sibling of hers. She said she felt so bad that she could not speak up on that important event of her father. And additionally, she even said that she passed on that, okay, because of who her father is, that the governor of the state wanted to give her a political seat, I think a local government chairman or something. But she couldn't take it up because she knows that it will require her to go for rallies, for campaigns, and all of that. But she wasn't able to do that. So you can see, in a situation where someone has public speaking skills, you will not pass on opportunities. Rather, you will embrace opportunity, because you will see those opportunities as avenue to sell yourself, avenue to let people know what you can offer. So it's a very good thing. So Zainab, as I round up that, I also want you to share what life experience, maybe a client experience, you personally, what life experience can you share of how important public speaking skill is?
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Elizabeth, for that. I'm going to share a life experience. Before I got trained to be able to speak in public, I used to be very, very shy. There is a condition for it. It is named glossophobia. So I used to be very, very anxious whenever I need to get up to speak in public. So my life experience was when I started working in the financial sector, and it requires you to give a report of what has happened in your unit, or give an opinion about a new idea, something that you can sell that would even show in your appraisal that can also lead to promotion. So what I do in most cases is I don't want to even speak, because I am scared. When I speak, my voice is going to shake, I'm going to tremble. So I'll tell the next person, like I'll tell a colleague to steal my shine. I'll voluntarily give my shine to someone. And on the long run, by the time the appraisal is being done, this person will shine brighter than I do. And I have nobody to blame but myself. I'm losing out on opportunities because I was unable to express what idea I had in me. So this is to say, it's not just our workplaces, even in the family, just like Elizabeth has shared, in school projects, in the community, in our daily interactions with people, we need public speaking. When we have these skills, we tend to shine more, we tend to attract success. Okay, so our wonderful audience, if you are able to speak with ease and with more confidence, do you think you stand a better chance at doing well, whether at work or in school? Please share in the comment section.
Okay. Yeah, please
Okay, sorry
let's.
about that.
Okay.
Let's see whether our audience are with us. Share with us what would change if you're able to speak more confidently. Elizabeth, can you see any engagement on the group? Are people reacting?
Oh, no, no. I'm not seeing anything here. Or how do I check that? Okay, comments. No. I'm not seeing anything here. So, okay. All right. So, moving on. But probably maybe they are doing so on Facebook directly. You never can tell. Okay, so let's moving on. So Zena, as easy as we think public speaking is, I believe there are a number of people that have certain myths, certain misconception about public speaking. So what are the common myths that you think people have about public speaking? The floor is yours.
Well, I think the first general myth that people have about public speaking is that to be a good public speaker, you have to be an extrovert. But the truth is, you don't have to be. You could be an introvert and you master the skill of communication and confidence speaking. And whenever you have a topic to deliver or you are spotlighted to speak, even without preparation, and you have so much on your head. Before you can have so much on your head, there are some things you need to put in place. I'm sure we're going to be discussing all of that in the course of this event. So whenever you're called upon to speak, you have stuff to talk about and you're communicating it confidently and with clarity. You have structure, you have everything in place. Whether you're an introvert or you're an ambivert, you don't necessarily have to be an extrovert. As long as you can speak coherently, you can put together your thoughts, that's thought articulation, and you can say it with confidence. You are good to go as a public speaker. So that is one myth down. Not only extroverts are good public speakers. Okay.
Thank you.
Secondly, can I go ahead?
Yes, you can, please.
Okay, secondly, there's this general belief that, oh, I have to speak I have to be phonetically sound to speak in public. Well, I beg to differ. And if you think what I'm saying is not right, of course, you can get in the comments and tell me, no, this is what I think. It's supposed to be an interactive one. Just say it in the comments, tell us your opinion, what you think about it. So the truth is, if you're able to put together simple sentences, you are good to go as a public speaker. As a matter of fact, being phonetically sound or speaking phonetically can be related to miming what you're not, can be related to you trying to be who you're not. You are a Nigerian and you're trying to speak like a British. There would be flaw. There will be a time where you will not do it right. So just be yourself. Join together your simple sentences. Express your ideas clearly and in simple sentences. You are good to go. You want to share life experiences? Share it in simple sentences. How it happened. You need to look for big words that your audience will start thinking, what does that thing mean? That doesn't make you a good speaker. So that's the second myth. Then there are other myths, but those two are the biggest myths that hold people from getting up on stage and expressing themselves enough to shine. I'll give you an example. Let's look at Chimamanda. Chimamanda Adichie is someone that if she's not on stage, she's a quiet person. She doesn't talk cha like that. She's not an extrovert to that extent. But when she's on stage, she's expressing her idea and you're following through. You don't want to miss anything that is coming out from her mouth. So that is to tell you that you don't have to be an extrovert to be a good public speaker. So whatever level of communication you have, let it be simple and straightforward. Let there be thought articulation and have the confidence to get up on stage and express your opinion, and you're good to go. Elizabeth, I hope this answers the question.
Yes. And to buttress what you said, yes, it is not only extrovert as opposed to popular belief that can be good public speakers. In fact, I once read in a book that Barack Obama, everybody, the former United States president, we know how good that man is in public speaking. And I read that this man was a very shy person when he started, a complete introvert, but he was able to build himself to that particular level. So public speaking is a skill. And also to buttress the fact that you do not necessarily need phoneme, or you do not necessarily need the perfect English for you to be a good public speaker. I recently shared a post in that regard that I said your message matters more than your accent, which is true. In public speaking, it is just about clarity of thought. It is about clarity of what you have, the idea that you want to pass across. And in that post, I made mention of an example. There's a man called Dr. Cosmas Maduka. The man is a businessman. If you go and watch his video, you will know that the man has a strong Igbo accent. He was able to actually attend a primary school because he lost his dad so early in life. His story is as a business person, his story is inspiring. Actually, one is going to learn a lot, but he did not let that affect him. This man speaks with accent, but he speaks with confidence. You are just going to focus on that message. You will care less about whether he's even using tenses right or using grammar right. So what we are saying is that you do not necessarily need the perfect English, the perfect intonation, the perfect accent to be a good public speaker. If you can put your idea in a logical way and in a logical pattern, and you can pass it across to your audience, of course, you are good to go. So thank you very much for that thoughtful answer that you gave, Zainab. All right.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay. So, as we have said before, this is supposed to be an interactive one, but we are yet to see any comment or question in the comment section. So please, if you are with us and you have any question regarding what we have said so far, or even if it is not regarding it, but it is about public speaking or communication, please do well to drop the question in the comment section so that we can answer those questions before we round up the events. Is that right, Elizabeth?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Do you have anyone commenting?
Actually, no.
Okay. So let's just assume that you are going to be seeing this after this is live. So if you are seeing this after the live, you can still drop your questions in the comment section. We're going to be attending to it, right? So
Yes.
if this event, if what you have heard this evening stirred something in you, maybe for the very first time you're realizing that you have a voice that you want people to hear, you have an opinion that you've been keeping that you want people to hear about. This is a chance to find your voice. If this conversation actually stirred something like that in you, then you want to sit back, you want to make sure that you don't miss this series for anything. You want to make sure that you follow it through. Like every time we're dropping that we have an event, series, and it's going to go on for a number of weeks. So whenever you see the prompts, please do well to join because you're going to be learning so many things. We're going to be talking about overcoming the fear of confidence, the fear of speaking in public. We are going to be talking about storytelling in public speaking. We're going to be talking about speech articulation. We're going to be talking about body language and postures. We're going to be talking about so many things regarding public speaking. And of course, there would be practical sessions where you can put to practice what you have learned so far. So you don't want to miss this. You really don't want to. Okay. I'm going to Elizabeth, the mic is yours. You want to say any final words before we say our goodbyes?
Okay, so as my co-host has said, this is going to be a series. So today is not the final day. So at any point that you are watching this video after this live, do well to join us anytime that we schedule another live event because it's going to be series like we said. And I'm particular about the practice session because like we said, public speaking is a skill that you learn. And just like driving, just like swimming, you do not just learn the theory alone without putting it into practice. So there will be time when we will call you up on stage to come and put into practice all the things that we must have taught you. So do well. This event is solely for people who are ready to stop hiding and to start showing up. So if this feels like something that you resonate with, so definitely this webinar series is something that you shouldn't miss. So thank you for joining us.
Yes.
Thank you for joining us. In our next event, we'll be diving into why people fear public speaking. The almighty stage fright. The almighty stage fright. You ask people, in fact, at a point on my WhatsApp community, I did a poll and I asked people to pick their biggest challenge in public speaking. Majority of people chose stage fright. Stage fright. So next time we'll be having this event, we are going to be talking about the fear of public speaking, which is also stage fright, and how to break it. So trust me, you do not want to miss it. You do not want to miss it. So
Okay. So if you're ready to roll with us, drop ready in the comment section, and we'll be seeing you on the next series of this webinar. Until then, I remain Zainab Akorede, with me, Elizabeth. Elizabeth.
Yes, I am Elizabeth Abraham. Thank you for joining us. And don't forget to share this live, and also make sure you invite friends for another event of ours. See you soon. And remember, your voice is valid.
And your story is power. You have to tell it.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye. See you next time.